Komon-Tok, in case you don't know. Oh yeah. Whenever we pledge with love and loyalty to we sweet, sweet mamas alone. Now we all for come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make alone. Anytime where you be, it no matter. Anytime where you go, it no matter. Anything you they do, it no matter. Oh yeah, it no matter. Now we for turn up Tanga one inside Sierra Leone. Let one big family, cause no place like home. In case you don't know, this not Komon-Tok. Where to bring information about alone. In case you don't know, this now Komon-Tok. Where to bring information about alone. For education, entertainment, political affairs. Tune in Komon-Tok. For education, entertainment, political affairs. Tune in Komon-Tok.
Streets of Freetown to the world beyond. We dey yarn about the things we dey hold strong. Political talks, we know be shy. Migration stories should know be die. Entertainment, we go dance to the beat. Tell town well-being, make we rise from a seat. It's no platform. We
yes, people, and I welcome back to yet another very, very important segment where they can do the Komon-Tok platform. You know, I'm sure say a lot of people don't they miss Komon-Tok. And as I see, me a citizen of Burkina Faso. But anyway, as soon as they see, so I'm just from Burkina Faso. But anyway, on the more serious part, we just want to tell our family and say we are back on track, and we don't come up from the fact finding, and I'm sure plenty gonna be follow. And we just one can talk small as we not get I mean no one just left people in and in the in the dark, so we don't come. But one of the things we'll get for can look into today, proper one. The first thing now that's which we go find out, we just want to make people understand, see in order for be instant, in order for computer instant, we get for do them professionally. We will put her in a documentary form. We are in it will last for ages, but we get other things that we want to do comparison. We'll go to talk, we'll go to find out the gray areas, the area will feel say we for copy from, the area will feel say then they do well, the area will feel say there is a room for them for improve. And I think the most important part of that, being on the ground itself give you the leverage, give you so much information. And I will tell you, unfortunate that time not be there. They really want to invite the people and the welcoming, they want to take we are everywhere, but time not there. We are limited time. The time when we go, oh my God. And it'd be just too unfortunate that at least we hope for be able to get like the 1 week or 2 weeks. That would have been awesome, but we do our best. So we do our best. All right, so one of the key things we'll get for kind of look into tonight, we just want to talk small about what we find out. And truly, if only 20% of Sierra Leoneans see what Ibrahim Traoré did do, that one day I go guarantee you na see there will be massive protest. If a government official go talk all that. Just like when they tell we say they don't create 2 million jobs, they don't the 500,000 jobs, they don't surpass Sierra Leone and the anthems of West Africa. In fact, we now in terms of good governance now Africa now we the #1. In fact, say the rest they don't put her in a manner in which now the first tendency that happened at the history of Sierra Leone, rest go up, it can't down. With all those bogus and empty statements there where people and they make where truly then do that comparison, that will be massive protest. That I can guarantee. This is a person with the comparison they make. This man under 3 years, the massive project will take place and without donor fund. That not the two are on the line without donor funds. I think we get partnership. Then they under sanction. We get partnership. We get friends. So not under sanction. We get gold. We get diamond. Probably we even get more mineral than past itself. But yes, still look at we country. So we'll look into that. And one of the things today we'll go for can do, like a warning. You see, I'm sure plenty upon how they follow international news. Nepal, they're on fire. Nepal. Then prime minister we don't serve 5 terms. When I see with them kitchen, then disgrace her, in family, the minister of finance, then disgrace her, the parliament, then burn the top elites there. Will be they take the people for granted, then raid them places there. Hilton, one of the most iconic hotel in Nepal, was burnt down by what? By people there. By we say as ordinary people. They use fire, they use things, and they use, and even the police security forces they succumb. And not to say now extra people in Komon-Tok can't help them. This I wouldn't say like the Gen Z generation, young boy there. And why they do so? It's because we don't observe and see how things they go wrong for quite some time before finally they get the opportunity and say enough is enough. Well, I think perhaps, potentially or possibly, something like this, maybe, just maybe, if the authorities are not taking time, they self-defend themselves blame. Because look, we're at the age of technology. We're at the age of AI. You cannot be continue fooling people all the time when there is absolute clear crystal clear example from other countries, from other nations when it comes to development. And that is unacceptable. The people deserve more, the people need more. And one of the most insulting when they take the people in for granted. Then it is so insulting to a point that you feel say nice to talk. Just like, for example, now the chief, the Minister of Information was on AYV clearly boasting that the PR system is a foregone conclusion. They have already resorted, they have already agreed as a government to use it, despite no clear. In fact, they are going back to suggest as if perhaps this is a national consultation. These are things that you make up them here. You take people there, you put there, you snap, you show your video, but you get the result. We know how statistics are the manipulator. We know institutions where they're under government peril or they're under government more or less as sympathizers of the government. So, but all of this trick, not to say they don't say this thing, genuine thing. If actually the people of Sierra Leone now they want the PR system, why not? But with all indication, we know for sure if the PR system all water. It's not just all water because you want for all water. It's all water because people manipulate the system. And that is where the red line comes in. Very dangerous. We're going to look into that. Well, one of the things Bako will put on the show tonight, you see, till we die, I believe strongly the person of Dr. Samura Kamara, the name shall forever ring a bell. Why would they say so? Because here is a man strategically, it don't all our entire political party in confusion. Let's just put us so in the sense there are division, there are camps as we talk. Now the APC divided. You get the one who they fight for electoral justice, where Samoa and they lead. And APC executive, they are against the electoral justice or I mean, so then we say they're not there against the Doctor Justice, but the presidency of Dr. Samuel Kamara, where you not say visible, practical. There is no way that they happen, and we don't put it at loggerheads. Now, as soon as I know, plenty of people don't see now the media that they don't replace Dr. Samuel Kamara with this man with the scene I face on his screen, so with Dr. Kaifala Mara as the lead negotiator. Completing and different opinion. Some they say, what is the point of you replacing a negotiator when the negotiation itself has already been concluded? But other people will argue that since it's part of a symbolism, the implementation stage, it's very important and it's crucial, and it's important for then they still maintain a leadership. So then go argue then. So but you left to the way you want to listen to how in put material. And we go look into that briefly. And if also time permits, we will maybe touch on few the world news where I'm sure now all don't see what happened in this year. And the Qatar, Israel go bomb Qatar inside Doha. And why we take and why we even bring this, because it's unprecedented for let that happen. If you look at the connection, you look at the more or less the bilateral relationship with America and even with Israel, it's unthinkable for let that from you happen. But it happened. This is global politics. But anyway, if time permit to you. As soon as I see this are just a short one tonight, but the most important thing I will just tell people and say we are back online, and hopefully the Komon-Tok show will continue, and we'll go to give a tip after one the thing we will find out. If you just join me for the first time, you're more than welcome. You can catch me in a different platform within a YouTube, with a Facebook, with a TikTok, and of course with the Instagram. Any way you feel comfortable for watch we, please consider for do so. And just take small short break. We can just now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This now Komon-Tok, in case you don't know. Oh, yeah.
Whenever we pledge with love and loyalty to his sweet mama alone. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make salon. Anytime where you pay, anytime where you go, anything you they do, it no matter. Oh yeah, it no matter. Now we for turn up Tangawan inside Sierra Leone. Let one big family, cause no place like home. In case you don't know, this not Komon-Tok. Where to bring information about salon. In case you don't know, this now Komon-Tok. Where to bring information about salon. For education, entertainment, political affairs. Tune in Komon-Tok. For education, entertainment, political affairs. Tune in Komon-Tok.
All right, so as always, rely on if you're happy really for seeing Mr. Komon-Tok back at the studio. We know what if we do not so. For share, let people in, understand. I see the number is down, not so I'm there so until like a week so almost will not come, so we can understand. But you know how for do another so let the other person know see the Komon-Tok show. They are live back, and of course tomorrow back with Naya with us how they do as usual. And so one of the key things what we just, like I said, this entire show tonight, it's just for us for no see we don't come back, and we'll continue. In 1960, there was an American economist by the name Rostow. Rostow developed 5 stages of development. Then 5 stages are, according to his findings, and critical for any nation for develop. In fact, according to Ram, But he even titled a non-communist manifesto. He strongly believed that all of the nation around the world, because when you talk about development, there are a lot of development experts there. We don't propose theories. We put up a model how country they follow, or our country they pass. These are the steps that what country they go through for become what do they say, high mass consumption. Now Rostow developed 5 stages. You see, now you able to understand stage the country outside them day and outside they aim for go. Why would they even count this? We want compare to which we go get and try for fitting the model of Rostow. If you Google you the one that we study development or even economics, they're familiar with the name Rostow, William Rostow. Now, one of the things where I would just want to underline here, we get this we get this mentality, the mentality of being we're not able to do things by ourselves. We need foreign advocate help. We if we not get donor fund, we're not going to be able to do this project. And we need IMF, we need World Bank. But if you turn around and see what did happen at Burkina Faso, you might question that. Again, we come on the model of Rostow, where they talk about 5 stages of development. Even though some people argue for say this not for be like what do they say, one size fits all, enough for be say every country for go through. The 5 stages where Rostow the name. One, you get the traditional stage. You say the traditional stage, this is not the point where in country them purely agrarian, meaning that them about agriculture, these are substance farming, just like back those are like well, we are not going to put yourself in the 20s or the 30s, but if we go back to the internet anyway, or even the 1910 where technology not be advanced it or not be reached it, these are the stages where every country will reach this mass consumption. So we talk about go potentially go even then country I will find myself in America, but a model based on barely on America. I say back then the 4 stages where the Americans then go to the traditional stage where then just they use them beer and subsistence farming or agrarian society. Though you get what's in them when you call pre-takeoff. Now, pre-takeoff here, people don't know they learn small thing how for use some form of technology, for aid them, businesses them for let them thrive and realize full potential about what they need to do with themselves. And it gets what in say takeoff. The takeoff stage very important. The takeoff stage simply means this is not the time now where a country they employ technology. The service industry they can grow a little bit, to higher degree, and the manufacturing industry also they can play a key role. These are very important stage of every country according to Rostow. Now, why it even bring on this? Sorry about for that. So in a type one tell you say at this time you don't get the traditional stage, you get the pre-takeoff and you get a takeoff. These are the time now where most countries and they employ technology and they employ some service production, the level of commitment, commerce they boost their productivity level to a certain degree, far from away from the pre-takeoff stage, and you get drive to maturity. The drive to maturity, industry don't develop. Now technology don't develop, you don't advance. This is not the time where you see mostly people and they rely on more of services rather than maybe the traditional way of doing things. Manufacturing a little bit stay slow because they don't reach to the point that just like them country manufacturing more or less don't decline. America, the UK, and the West. But that's not one of the key things where Trump be the toxic manufacturing for come back, because most of the manufacturing we don't go out of America, out of Europe, go now China, and you get a high mass consumption. That's not the final stage where people, the life, the quality of living, it don't improve to certain stage degree now. People, not just a human rights and they talk about, most of the, but at the basic there. And for make things even more beautiful or easy, AI don't come into play. When you go put the AI, the artificial intelligence, into this last stage, I just give a summary. I know I go deep into the 5 stages of Rosto. But why again? I say why? If you take Burkina Faso among there, but it depends, because again, like you get other experts then we question this model of William Rosto a model, then questioner say enough for be one fit and size fit all. But apart from we give this model, it make the American and as an example, he also make an example with Singapore. I say if you check Singapore, they follow the same pattern from traditional stage, from pre-takeoff, from takeoff, from drive to maturity, and high mass consumption. As you know, even per capita income with the Singaporean even better past some of the European countries, not including even the colonial master back then. So again, we'll come back to the why would they even then? Now, if you look at Sierra Leone, also we fit into the model there, into this aspect of 5 stages of development of Rosto. We know they not the takeoff. That's it's sad, but it's a fact. We know they not the takeoff at all. We know they did. We know they not the traditional stage back again. Yes, I would say. We they probably somehow the pre-takeoff. Now so me analyzer, now so me see, because look, I mean, see how they even we not even get that full structure mechanical farming intensive. Just we still people more than 60-70% of the people they're still they own agriculture, but when you go look at the vernacular tools and they use now, and too much simply. So we still there within that level there. But if you drive away, if we put Burkina Faso into this me own thinking within the 3 years where this man the all power na Burkina Faso, perhaps I might be wrong in this, but that's so me look at and say it look like they come close. And also they already don't then at the takeoff, but they can't close if what we see no altered corruption not take place. Because you will see in a country where one developed, there are key thing way for the vision for clear, the strategy for clear, and the most important thing, the people for TPNU. Fumble, it's a fact when they say people in the sleep in the streets for protect Ibrahim Traoré, not to myth, not to switch talk, not to AI. No, I witnessed, I saw those people, I spoke to those people, I interviewed those people. Then they sleep on the street literally. And how long have they been sleeping on the street? For 3 years. For what? To protect their president. Why? Because they don't get another option. Can you imagine that? So it's very important. In Burkina Faso, youth then they come out, then they beg money for the government. Get this clear. People, so that I make us say, then they go close to the takeoff. I don't ever see that they happen in Africa or even part of there. Citizens and then they form groups. Then they form groups, volunteer groups. Then are the major streets there, and then they beg on behalf of the government for support projects there. Can you imagine that? In fact, what they don't do now, they'll also don't introduce a cause. And this cause is good because if you want to compare, for example, in Japan, I think they have a subject of integrity, something like that. They pay premium attention on this subject, and it's very important. We've been saying this we've been saying in numerous occasions. These are subjects that we need to sell to teach our young kids about corruption, about integrity, about patriotism. This should be something that it's not an optional subject. It should be compulsory because there's a catch them young, not so. Well, they don't introduce Ibrahim Traoré, they don't introduce a cause. All the secondary school, you get for do this course 1 month. You left your papa in house, when they go in a camp for a whole month, then teach you about unity. Because Burkina Faso also they have more than 60 tribes, and I go very far one more time. I think 50 to 60. One person tell me say 60, one person tell me say 50, but I will get for find out and get. But again, they get different languages there. Now, as you know, there is a war going on in that part of the world. And extremists and they use and exploit, just like what they get to tribalism, the north, the west, So what did they do? Then they Ibrahim Traoré. Now, the guy, a revolutionary thinker. He has introduced this cause primarily to support patriotism, to support the young men, the young people, to change their mentality. I mean, to build the future. And if you really want to change a generation, it's not about just building the buildings. It's about catching the brain. When you engineer that brain, then you don't get everything. And that's exactly what Ibrahim Traoré they do right now. So this 1 month course, I will show you some of those clips. Like I say, there's so much we'll get for pack. So right now, don't explain to now. After that course, they give certificates. You go back and I host and they teach you there how for love your country, how for be patriotic, how for no say you and XYZ. Now the same person. It don't matter if this they talk this tribe, But with all this, it's actually born out of Thomas Sankara. That's why the first port of call when we arrived in Burkina Faso was Thomas Sankara Memorial. We went there, we saw what happened, and we visited the grave, we prayed there, and we learned a lot. We did interview, 1 or 2 people inside what happened. So all of these get for combined in the documentary where they come. But again, these are just lessons these are raw lessons where we get for take. Perhaps most of the thing will get for shock you now the stadium. The stadium was like ours, the same. It was banned or maybe suspended due to the poor infrastructure, or maybe the stadium was more or less dilapidated in certain conditions, very similar to ours. And we are arguing what to do, whether to build a new stadium or renovate the old stadium. They agreed. Now, Kabori, he was the president back then, through a civilian government, we start the project. But because of the massive corruption, they're not able to do that. Just like what did happen, we stadium up till now for renovate the stadium. For renovate the stadium, 30 days. 30 days. So the comparison now, when you get a leader, we truly mean what they say. We truly defeat corruption. I'm sure some nonsense will take place. So what you do, they agree, say, okay, first, let we build, let we renovate. And guess what? In the shortest possible time, we see come. It's like 3 years on council, As you see come, they give the people ministers and run. Ministers and run. They know we don't take money. They know we don't people and run. But what will happen? The project conclude and conclude the project, and I see how beautiful the project is. So what did they do back? They build a new stadium, now the second city. So there were two ideas. One, to renovate this old stadium in Ouagadougou and then build a new stadium in the second city. So in Burkina Faso, in Ouagadougou, there are 2 stadiums, and they are trying to build another one in the second city. But perhaps the most shocking of all is the massive airport that could be maybe one of the biggest in West Africa, maybe. This airport is so wide and big. And I asked, who is funding this project? They say, no, not to World Bank, and themselves. So you see, we get a stadium today and not donate. These are and not. I know they just understand. They say they don't pay for this stadium. I mean, a Chinese thing, and then the help we for do the thing, do the renovation. What you call for asking the explanation from A to it pass Z self, just like Omarabio say, it don't flow, it don't in manifesto, it don't do from A to Z, it don't pass Z self, not so. And so anyone we call it, they tell you, explain from A, it pass Z, say pass you can say, hey, Z not the O. You say, oh, I forget, say, the brain. So again, we come to the point. It's still a time for understand. But this is one part of it. Like, I just tap this side. When it comes to the other side of it, corruption is still present in Burkina Faso. I witness corruption. When I say I witness, it's not about just I see somebody. To me, I go see a corruption. The police officer, the immigration officer, there, then they bill me because I say I come to England. We can't ask for change. You can imagine that. For can't ask for change. Can you imagine? So that was something that's, first then say you can never get a second chance to make a first impression. You can never get a second chance to make a first impression. That was the first impression where go down well with me. Because for the fact that they say I come out to England, don't the man take me go watch, he left him post, he can't follow me to do for can't get money. No. I feel, so I said, wow. So the point what they make here is you can get a good leader on the top. Now the people and back within the institutions thing, again, could be another challenge, could be another problem, could be a very serious problem. And even another bad experience where I get, when they know so you're a foreigner and they talk the language fluently. And in fact, I like you to talk and say they say, of course, the French now few words and no more be they go go. But what are the time for talk here is similar to what you do in a salon where if wait for me. A very similar what they take place in a salon when they see foreigner. If then they sell this pin maybe 500 leon, then go and sell them 15 leon or 20 leon. If they sell them 5, then go and sell them times 3, times 4. And that was one of the things where people particularly, like keep country then where you come out, you don't get problem. People they treat you differently. They know they forgive you, if you started for 1 million, they 1 million, I remember the last pin where we hire Mutuka for go na Kabori, the village beside in Minde. The Mutuka go broke down. 5 hours wasted that entire day. I was so pissed off. I was so pissed because I know I get very short time. If we, if this day there's no way they come back. You don't pay for the motorcar. Imagine the motorcar go broke down. Then when the motorcar don't make money, they can actually say, now if you pay for the motorcar, imagine you don't rent the motorcar for God's sake. Can you imagine? How about someone who loses this is abuse. It can't be. So what are the type of another one like paint a rosy picture of Burkina Faso for say everything bright and beautiful, their corruption all the day, this, that. No, I'm telling you, from the bottom of my heart, the raw experience, the raw experience, nothing more, nothing less. And we did some kind of live shows, I think 2 times, just at least let people and see the topography, the demographics, our life in Burkina Faso town like. So at least people will get, we'll put picture there, and deliberately we'll put her in Creole. Now we connect with 2 people then. Also, when it comes to the documentary, that would be in English entirely for the globe, for the world to see. So that's an experience where I feel say worth sharing. But of course, there are lots and lots of things that we go get. This not just tap this one aside. We will definitely come back and continue from that side here. Now we go come back shortly. Now we can take the other part of the 2 items that we get. We can just need.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This now Komon-Tok. In case you don't know. Oh, yeah.
Whenever we pledge with love and loyalty to a sweet mama alone. Now we all come together There's no place like home. In case you don't know, this not Komon-Tok. Where they bring information.
All right. Okay. So yeah, we can add the other parts. Anyway, now then verse 2. Then they try for me passport. So they don't give me passport or who knows. So next time, okay. And these are the traditional I had, by the way. And some a little bit their own tradition. Why then they use this? The sun, oh my God, you're unforgiving. Oh my God. The sun, my God. Imagine I go there during the time where sun don't cool down. Wow. I'm not my good God, my good God. Well, this cap, and then they use, like I said, the traditional cap this way the app forbids the sun, you know. So I decided to take this as a souvenir for myself, and of course, and I say, family say, well, we all know this, and we all get if I wear that, you don't wear another say, this is our bambule, okay. But anyway, in a more serious note, if actually 20% of Sierra Leoneans see what Ibrahim Traoré do in country, compared to Madabu in 7 years, I will guarantee you there will be massive protest. Now, Lord left that one. We'll continue with the subject here. I want to listen to the Minister of Information. I get an example. I get a reason we make I want to bring down this subject. Where you can just now listen this one.
In Sierra Leone, the PI system, which the president, I think you're not here, you know, when the president, you know, read this scorecard in Parliament, and
yes,
that was the talk of town, you know, the PI system, the formats. The president said it's not going to be PR for Parliament, PR for, you know, council, but it's going to cut across even the executive. And that have sparked debate, more especially from the opposition. And they actually have already coined it, saying that it's power sharing. So what is the position, or probably what do you want to speak on that as well?
Power sharing is not a dirty word. To share power is a good thing. Nobody should have exclusive claim of power. If you read the TRC reports and you read any single position paper on what promotes violence and anything in our societies, they will tell you that the idea that the winner takes all is a problem. The idea that you get 49%, me get 51%, but who will come for shame, I get 100%, just because I beat you by 2%. President, as I've said, has a history and a commitment to democracy and reform. He's a bold thinker. I think history will remember him for being bold. Constitution, the peace process, democracy, the peace commission, cohesion, death penalty, criminal libel, rape, sexual offenses. This man is done big things. He's a big thinker. And so he's come back to the citizens and say, we're having a conversation about PR. First, it's about how do we have our elected representatives? And he just challenged us. He didn't say that's where we're going to go. He said, I think we should also have a conversation. Let's have a, because look, on the legislative front, PR is already part of the laws of our country. We will conduct our elections based on the PR system, which we did. It produces more equitable outcome. We have more women in parliament. It produces, and there are questions, right? We should reduce the threshold. We're clear on that. Maybe that allows smaller parties to also get in there. And we can do better about the types of PR that we use. But almost 140 countries around the world use a form of PR. It tells you that, and of the countries that are credited on good governance indexes, 9 out of 10 use a form of PR. So look, we can use PR and PR can work. I think that question is settled. What President Bill has done, which he typically does, is to invite us to an even higher conversation. Can we adopt the principles of proportional representation within the executive arm of our government? Can it not just be about how we distribute seats in parliament, but also can we have conversations about, is there a way that even after the SLPP will have won the election, which we intend to win in 2028, the other parties will be like, oh, you know, can we have considerations in appointment of commissioners, in appointment of heads of parastatals in appointment of other political jobs. There are thousands of political jobs, maybe even ministers. Although, I happen to believe the presidents obviously will continue to have the powers to decide and pick their own team, whoever the president is. But the president, he said, if you read his speech, he said, can we have a conversation? Is there a value in this? Because he believes in debate. I just said he's created a whole culture of civic debate. And that's the debate that's happening now. So I think it's always a mistake when you're invited into a conversation and you start by Astafulai. Because that's not how democracy wins. That's not how ideas are born. That's not how the whole Renaissance, the whole idea of transformation in society, the Medici age, the products of a good debate is what makes great societies. And a good debate does not start by saying Astafulai. A good debate says, oh, what's that idea? How can I engage that idea? Are there aspects of that idea that I could? These are my reasons why I think that idea may not work, or this is the only way that idea will work. That's what we in the SLPP, we in the government of Sierra Leone are doing, because our president sets that stage and he invites us all to be part of the conversation. And I think if you talk to the ordinary citizens, the ordinary man, not the politician, not the ones who hold political party positions, the ordinary man, they know it's a good idea because that's how they operate in life.
Okay, so the point all they make here is, you see, sometimes people can underestimate the people themselves. In so many countries, in so many leaders, I don't know why people are not can learn in history. I don't know why people can see from what's in some other people and make the mistake. I don't know why the leaders they know they pay attention on even the TRC reports when they cite an example about, say, the TRC. One of the key things, there is always a way if you want to put away. Anyway, there is a way. They can say there is good in bad and there is bad in good. So for any concept in the world, there is advantage, there is a disadvantage. Not in order the world we get advantage, we not get disadvantage. So it depends on how you answer that. So the point what they make here is the government hell bent on trying very hard for impose a PR system, knowing fully, say, this gets political benefits for them, not for unity. Because one of the arguments where Siba puts was so funny. Now that is say, if me get 51%, though you get 49%, when I win, I take all. That's not true. It's entirely be on the president for make appointments, not because of only APC. We see those models worked under Pakaba. Pakaba made a broad, inclusive coalition government and bringing different people and from different tribes. So it depends on the political will of the leader in power for say, I go just appoint solely people from APC or for people from SLPP. Again, another person where you go must give accolade now EBK. When EBK in power, some of these ministers, the Moina, Kaikai, Juade, the Attila, then the most of them, they bring the insight, even though some of them are SLPP, not to say they don't know. So it's not an argument for say if somebody win the presidency 51%, that means say it's a disadvantage. In fact, now that make when they take oath, when they give the speech, when they say like acceptance speech, then say I will be president for all Sierra Leoneans. Even though, yes, I use the SLPP ticket or the APC ticket to come to power, and I know majority of those people who voted for me are my party members, but yet today I am here to serve all Sierra Leoneans. I'm sure, and even the parliamentarians and then can use some of these sentence statements that clearly tell you, say, there is that we don't need it not just makes sense. Now the argument only they put say out of 90 countries, 110 countries, the use PR system where they put it under good governance. This, like I say, these are all parts when they say gimmick work talk then will not just make any relevance to we, because you have to understand the context. Each and every country is different. And if we copy we must copy, or we follow the development partners, the major one there, the UK, then they use the first past the post, and then consistent development they take place, then they hold the elected executive accountable, and they talk about government, governance issues, then they talk about development. Look, the deputy minister of this country, and he resigned. So you know why? Then catch him, pay, not to say he got, oh my God. I wish for the get them partner. I mean, it happen. You get for happen a salon. It just get for take time. It only not get for happen if you tire. If you tire, that's it. The deputy prime minister Naya, he pay incomplete tax. He not pay all the tax we're supposed for. Guess what? She was forced to resign. Salon. When policeman, when a politician thief, then catch her. For example, Tarawale, when they catch the parliament, a thief, woman, what do they do? They award down another position. They commend them for that by making him the Secretary General of SLPP, even though there are well qualified other people who could equally man that position, but because this is how the society has been, brainwashed or maybe programmed to some extent that you must be this kind of person, corrupt. But if you have that kind of strong connection to the power that be, you could still attain to a certain degree, like being the secretary of a party like the SLPP. It's an insult to the SLPP. It's an insult to we as a Sierra Leone. For let you get person like Tarawale for go sit down at them place, and the as the secretary, the oldest political party, if not in the sub-region, if not in the sub-Saharan Africa. For they be there. So are they making a comparison? Now, this the deputy prime minister end up for come out because you don't pay tax. You don't pay all in tax. Now, if you see again the ambassador na America again, then catch up a small woman business. Epstein file. I'm sure plenty of people follow when I about the Epstein file. And them not come all later, but he get some dealings and don't begin the do not point and clearly what suspect say he get dealings, which a lot of people believe. So they don't pull on it. All of these are things for copy and emulate. But see what happened. The then Speaker of Parliament, Dr. Bundu, then Kitchen live naked with another pictures and videos. I have those videos, but we're not gonna put down. I don't say we big past that. A lot of people don't see those videos. Abbas Bundu then Kitchen naked with, because I'm also in Wef no go do so. Abbas Bundu in Wef no go video don't a blackmailer put on. It must be in girlfriend, not so. And even though those days period, AI was not available. Not to AI, because if you're not AI, not so quick now. No, not AI. Now we all be no saying it was a raw video, it was clear, it was recorded, and guess what? Past disgrace, past way the power that be, mother be no lekan again, or maybe in favor, you don't use the iron for user and pull on. So I try I do all this for tell you now, say it's not about we make this PR, then take Mother Bio, give this 15 position, and they give 16, 17, 18 position. If we not serious about actual, we not get clear strategy, we not get leadership. Why would they struggle so today? Na salon, na two reasons. We not get leadership in governance, we not get leadership in opposition. That's it. But for make matter worse, people like Siba and others, then they come very hard for can sell an idea where they know with their conscience that this will not suit the people of Sierra Leone, and potentially this could backfire. And if it does backfire, the whole country might be on fire. I want to give you an example which happened in Nepal. Nepal, now saw the political class elite there. Then they take the people and they count their laws there. This, that, people and set more. Okay, Pauline last word. Okay, no, more than 20% of the population are unemployed. And to make matter worse, they brought in some draconian laws. Then they banned WhatsApp, they banned Twitter, X, they banned Instagram and I mean, basically social media was under heavy attack. Just like the what did they say, the cyber law with the upgrade to terrorism law, as the case may be now, just for silence. And guess what? The Gen Z then grab, then burn the parliament. And I'm sure if those parliamentarians and will elite and will not take this, will not get for sex stuff, the next protest will get for take place in a saloon. If not take time, when I feel say people and fool people and they understand what's up. Would they bring this for now? Take heed. Okay, let's just share for now waiting take place now in Nepal and to this. Just 2 minutes. You can't see without the time for talk. What they can say?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Unrest is what often comes to mind when we think of Nepal, but this week the streets of the capital, Kathmandu, convulsed with violence. Our Patrick Reevell tonight reports on the simmering resentments of the country's younger citizens that bubbled to the surface.
A fury has swept over Nepal. The country's parliament ablaze earlier this week as thousands of protesters stormed it, setting it and other government buildings on fire. It's being called a Gen Z revolution after thousands of infuriated young people poured into the streets at the start of the week. The immediate spark, a government ban on social media apps, including WhatsApp and YouTube. But that ignited deeper resentment over entrenched corruption and the luxurious lifestyle of Nepal's ruling elite, all while youth unemployment remains at around 20%.
All the Nepalese citizens are fed up of corruption. We need a new youth, new power, and new politicians.
On Monday, security forces opened fire on protesters in the capital, Kathmandu, killing at least 19.
So they were just protesting, but like government started violence, they started shooting the children in the school dress. It shouldn't be done.
The next day, Nepal's Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli stepped down. Victorious protesters setting fire to his residence. Since then, Nepal's army has stepped in, its chief calling for talks. Today saw an uneasy calm in the capital, with troops on patrol and a curfew in place. Soldiers here telling a small crowd to disperse. Now protest groups are in talks with the army to appoint an interim leader for the country. Nepal's youth-led protests echo two other recent uprisings in South Asia. In neighbouring Bangladesh, unrest toppling the government last year. And in Sri Lanka in 2022. In both countries, discontent with ruling political dynasties and economic inequality boiling over. In Nepal, these families holding a vigil to commemorate their loved ones killed. At least 34 people died and nearly 1,400 were injured in the violence, according to Nepal's health ministry. The toll expected to rise. Young people here hoping a brighter future now lies ahead, but that's far from certain.
Our thanks to Patrick Reevell.
Hold on, before you pay for yet another app to manage your team, let me introduce you to Connect Team, the one platform that we're...
All right, so now while we bring Kamphon and Nepal, Sharma, we gets up to five times for being a prime minister. Then we take the people in for granted. Then we underrate them. People, and they talk about corruption, they talk about manipulation, they talk about things just like what they do in Sunas alone. Where this come, they make Sabi talk. We don't do this. We don't do this. Now they come, would they do a 500,000 job? You go sit on back. And they say, would they build for a longer bridge? You know so? And no, we not say would they build after 2 3 years, then come back. Lunga Bridge was never in our manifesto. It was just part of the ambition of President Bio, just to make things work well for Sierra Leonean, but it was never part of the overall manifesto. Now, after some time, come back, we have secured a financier from America. They don't left China for so. The financier will come, and the Lunga Bridge is a dream come true, will be a dream come true. That's so. Now, we do this thing to we. And they put we in the poor, out of the, it's how we be there smaller in the poor, out of the poor, in the poor. Then, can you imagine? They do it. And also some people they understand, like, this is the age of AI technology, where once you say something out there, it's no longer yours. And in fact, it possibly will remain, maybe even if you've gone more than 200 years, 200 years, it will still be on the internet. So what are the type of talk? What did happen at Salon Soup? Perhaps that I make them introduce Kush. And I don't get the statistics for tell you, but a lot of people then will tell you, say, more than 30 to 40% of the youth somehow engage in, like I say, I know we give reference to this, but these are just general talk, common talk there. And if I will take from authority, the mayor of Freetown, Wena Kisoya, say 5 people on the die per day. When you times they give 150 per 30 days, which like equivalent to 1,800 per year, far more than the Ebola, say, far more than the coronavirus. So the point what they make here, it's perhaps that make the government feel comfortable that Kush don't take care of the rest, the youth there. They can say, and but an office in the entire youth there at the country, now they smoke Kush. You go reach a point when people then wake up and realize what they do. When I see the finance minister, Shaman, just few days ago, he was in charge. See what's be happening in Bangladesh. We don't do many examples. The Bashar al-Assad then, if you remember, few months ago, these were very powerful figures. Shaman, and then Chesu, and Kecha, and if you see the other videos, and perhaps tomorrow they bring the finance minister, they make it go swim. Then put on a gutter, then burnt in there. It's a not lead the country into this. We not force the PR system where we not genuinely no say we not just want to manipulate the future, the people, genuinely, because like I say, the people, there is significant amount of distrust between the people of Sierra Leone and the government. Why the people are not just one? How could I say? They're not just one. No one believe now. There has been consistent or sufficient evidence to suggest or point that you guys, each time you say something, you backtrack or you shift the goalpost to somewhere else, and that don't create that level of distrust. And of course, the previous election was still there on the course now. Don't clearly point say, well, they not believe any statistics on a campus. So if now let this thing be transparent. When I'm opening up, not so for can use Andrew Jai Kai them, Andrew Lavali them, where everybody know who side them they, and when I use other Spencer them, when I use other some surrogates there when I know say clearly on our side for cancel something we wanna know, and when they breed the ground so we not go say this the younger and then when they grab powder. When they will potentially grab, maybe, just maybe, the replica. I don't want to let that happen, but see, them burn the parliament force. Them burn the parliament Nepal, and burn onto ashes. You see, the other day, I came up with what's in the say. I came up with a video where we'll talk about this stupidity. Now, we are the worst form of sickness ever, because this stupidity not mean say you not go school. Stupidity not mean say maybe in a person way no understand. No, stupidity, it can be a well-educated person, it can be a politician, it can be somebody when a reverend, a pastor, imam, a well-respected person, but they behave stupid. Why I say that they behave stupid? Ministers then in Nepal, then born the host, them businesses then, government officials then, elite, all those who profited under the regime, out of corruption, out of mismanagement, out of wickedness, they suffered greatly, they suffered severely. Some of them, they killed them. They killed some of them. They lost their properties. They lost their status. So now, when they create this enabling environment, when people go for come out in that large number for protest and it turn violence, una properties and una also una don't put, una don't build around, una feel saying that the thing, una they behave stupidly. What's going to happen? And it's not about not to wishful thinking. We just know saying that so it can happen. Not so. Yeah, so farmer, sorry, we get small out in color now. Yeah. So again, clear. We can always make reference to certain things. Sipola, we don't count. We explain the 4 stages of people and way for afraid in our society. It's about the one way for afraid person is the first one for us to tell you about. Loud stick first. It's tell you about the bandits. The bandit now the person where they arm another person for benefiting self. They call the unfortunates, the person they try for, they make attempt to protect another person and thereby hurting self. And they talk about the intelligent person, that person they try for helping self and help another person. And they talk about the last group, what did they say? Stupid. They say these are the most dangerous people in any society. Stupid people and very dangerous. Sipola. We don't count them many times. And at that time they see the elites there. We don't build mansion there. We don't get motorcade. We don't they create business in a salon they do. Then they provoke, then they instigate corrupt, then they instigate riots. Then they instigate riots deliberately. If only you are not that kind, you are not among the people that they will refer, Sipolo refer as stupid person, you will not engage in pressurizing or pushing something that you know for yourself deeply that this could backfire. And if it does backfire, what will be the consequence? Okay, Fambu, I out have the program. The last one we go talk. I'm sure this not to we talk about Samura, not to so we'll talk about Samura Kamara, like I say, till thy kingdom come. This name Sierra Leoneans will never forget. And if you want to learn, Dr. Samura Kamara, it don't count a strategy. This strategy, political pundits in future will possibly be, deliberating on it. Perhaps some of them will be learning from it. Some of them will probably saying, maybe this is the time we should be implementing this time. Because here is a man where you silence, and the silence don't trouble the entire party, APC, including the nation. Including the nation. How could it possible for let somebody lost election 2 years ago and he decide for only once, and with all rumors swirling around talking about this, the be president tomorrow, they be this year, they be on December, this, that, they don't pull out, and it just keep quiet. It could be a political strategy. It could be a game. It could be whatever. But in itself, like I say, the name Samura Kamara, shall live on in the sense people will continue to refer because of the strategy where they use. Whether a strategy will get for backfire, whether a strategy will get for leverage, or get for make it succeed, what we know. Only time will tell. Because at this stage now, we feel say people for don't get clarity. You see, not to say people don't support electoral justice. I'll tell you about something now. I said there are 2 reasons we make with the softness alone. Leadership in the opposition, leadership in governance. In these 2 entities, we don't have the robust leadership to lead our country. And this is the problem. See what is happening now. Today, if we're not talking about electoral justice, tomorrow they talk about other things, PR system. Well, we know say, because if the opposition is truly formidable, the government will not even dare to talk about this. We get a drug pandemic in the country. That should be something true. The government should be worried about. It's not about PR. We don't need PR. Any president we see there under, it get the rights, the discretionary rights for appoint anybody. Anybody. As long as you are a Sierra Leonean, you are automatically qualified to serve in the government of the day. As long as you are a Sierra Leonean. So telling me that by bringing the PR system, it will reduce tension. It will allow us to come together as people, and everyone, I mean, will feel belong. And the president, I mean, we give special quota to Mr. A because he got 20%. You know, the winner does not take all. We know how it works. If, like I said, constitutionally, the president and the iron and the fire. So you get right as long as you're a Sierra Leonean to be appointed to work for Sierra Leone. So it's just when they say BS, not complete BS, where we the type of force. And like I said, it's just a matter of time. We go see how this will work. So when I don't follow this story, we see the electoral justice spokesperson pull a press release, debunk Yansane, then decision or the APC decision say this man don't pull her, and they argue say the reason why make them pull her, the reason why make them pull her now because the feel say they get other person for replace her, and while you say they argue say the negotiation done already, so you don't get nothing for pull the person for, and the person still in charge. So again, it's confusing for a lot of people. This is it. Clear when the people, like some of you able know what they say, economical with the truth. We just get for say things as what we see in a manner where it's entirely up to how you see her. But we just suffer, honestly, as a nation. But I strongly believe the people will rise up. I strongly believe, Nandi. It's just a matter of time. We go only the status quo will continue only. We're not gonna forget any breakthrough if I left and if you left. That's all. But as long as we are on this together as people, with the time for see what did happen today. More than 150,000 people and take protest march now London alone. More than 150,000. Why? They know why immigrants. They know why foreigner there. And where are the organizer? Now social media people that they organize and so the power of social media unprecedented. The power of social media is real. But one of the things we notice, a lot of people and where they call themselves freedom fighter, some people and just say if they do not talk without them, enough will happen. And this I can always say, it has to be a concerted effort, it has to be a collective, and it has to be within this sincerity. If you're not sincere, you can do Allah, tell Allah, nothing, that happen. But if truly you sincere a cause, and the people then they say sincerity, people are not fool, then they say sincere, so this person sincere, Mr. Stable says I able pinpoint possible, and if I don't follow you for a long time, I able pinpoint. See, I know this person. But anyway, let's find I not be physical for which 1 hour, a short one no more. For learn more, tell people and say we'll come back and the show will continue. We to go put Burkina Faso now. After doing so, we get more stuff on that. Yeah, Mr. Komon-Tok. I think we'll tap I not so. Okay. I don't know. Okay, we'll go open the line here. Let just open the line. Perhaps we'll get 1 or 2 calls there. Not so. All right. Okay, let just take a short break.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This now Komon-Tok. In case you don't know. Oh, yeah. Whenever we pledge with love and loyalty to his sweet mamas alone. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go mix alone. Anytime where you stay, anytime where you go, anything you they do, it no matter. Oh yeah, it no matter. Now we for turn up Tanga one inside Sierra Leone. Let one big family, cause no place like home. In case you don't know, this now Komon-Tok. Where to bring information about Salone. In case you don't know, this now Komon-Tok. Where to bring information about Salone. For education, entertainment, political affairs. Tune in, Komon-Tok. For
All right, so yes, so we'll take a few calls and no more. Let we great family and so let we few calls in, and then probably few all right, okay, pull this away. All right, okay, the line don't open now. Of course, we'll kind of the comment section. Now we see, now we take from the comment section while so the way for the code send for kind sign. And okay. All right, I think low time for add first, allowed. Yes, Abdul from the US. Hello?
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Komon-Tok.
Yes, Abdul. Thank you for joining us. Been a while.
Yeah. Thanks for the good job.
Yeah, man. Thank you too.
Yeah, we're glad you don't return back with well body.
Yeah.
Mr. Komon-Tok, to be honest, the APC executive, they're not do well. What's not the relevance for beginning the grab go pull la man, make them public? If it did nobody no say it. Una removal and noise stand una the cause. You know, I not say 1 or 2 10 the people in Bukane say then they give some more camera power to Mara. Okay, we can deal with that 1 or 2 days, it die down back.
Yeah.
But to begin to create new fresh of problem. Una the members say una want call people out. Then una they discourage the man where I feel say up till now. It will get slightly less than 50 of the grassroots side. Una feel so unable for do thing nationwide with some name blessing. I'm not support what they do. Why you say self now that one the help self, they help the country. Because it's not the country now me they think about.
Okay.
We they try to think that APC be formidable right now, able for challenge. And able for challenge XLPP, the land we all want. We want the 2 parties for the LT. But to be honest with you, we go and let APC to win the election. But then little distraction now the executive they cause, where the Samura team said they cause, it's not good for the country. It's not really good, to be honest with you. I mean, they never put the either. Now, I can always say this: the chairman 1 and 2, now big problem na APC. The first and second chairman, a big problem. When he comes and Samura, then they stay and write up.
That's
but when he comes to talk about what's in the happen at the country, then I'm
that's not the point. That's not the point. I like when you bring that in. As an opposition, we expect those people with that high power for able to raise issue, but they get more power for fight themselves internally than even for challenge national issues. Then, that's not the point.
If me get power today, that Benghazi place, make them banner. We jail them for become decent. So then, but often they free for go jail. Anybody who can have power, on a land for treat jail man them decently. Now they make them people something some of them free. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And again, we always say it's very strange when you see the key people there, seeing what are national issues where people expect for let them talk. You say, okay, without an opposition in any country, formidable opposition, that country did not go. That country did not go at all. It's just a fact. Anywhere in the world, the opposition must, particularly in a democratic dispensation, the opposition get to be, and I talk like China, I don't count their example and they, the opposition don't necessarily mean say, sorry, that no, the fear for day, that could be an opposition. The fear for say, if I not do this, people in the come after me. And given the number of China, now opposition self, I like to not get a party. But when they talk about politics, when they talk about a democracy, there must not to show self, because should and must are 2 different words there. There must be a serious, formidable opposition for help the government by criticizing them. See what's going to happen at the UK now. Kemi Banido. Kemi, they challenge labor. Most of the people that where they sack now these including the exchequer. Most of the people who then sacked that this government, this current government, it's as a result of this woman in opposition, the opposition. Now the opposition made them sack them. I'm sure we know in the UK, we know they follow international politics, and will agree with me. Yes, Lord, another voice. Yes, call outside they call from.
Yeah, Komon-Tok. Me now, Uncle Sule, they come from Greece.
Yeah, Uncle Sule, thank you
First
for joining us.
First of all, we want to tell you thank you for the Traoré go, and we sure and we hope we will learn more. Mr. Komon-Tok, what do you want to talk about this PR system when they out? This not just APC talk. This not national issue. We involve even we platform now, so we now Komon-Tok. Now we issue this because Komon-Tok is about opposition. Opposition not just APC. Even if we get serious about association, now opposition. If we get serious civil society, now opposition, including them media, so we all now opposition. So this not just APC talk. So I don't blame on APC because if we allow them to play us. Hello?
Yeah, the line with the break. We'll continue.
Yes. So if we allow them people as who may then come and succeed by this power sharing and this PR system, it will lead to one party state in which we will get a weak opposition. We are in weak opposition. We are not by a country with it will lead to for them get a poor human rights. This record a poor justice system, only affects the people there. You see, and with the say if that is on this power sharing, would I go talk against government we it for? So like I said, this is a national issue. This not to APC no more. You understand? We say for interest in this.
Well, now the interest will they show so. Now the interest will they show so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if APC and SNPP, because now the two strongholds there and the way they share power in the country, if we allow them to come together or let them share power, we don't get opposition again. Because this civil society.
And thank you very much, brother.
Then they don't buy them.
Yeah, then don't go.
And then what are the results? Now human rights abuse, now low justice system on development. Because nobody don't talk. All man mix. Now on board.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, so they take two more calls and then we wrap up here. Okay, we'll miss this one. All right, and okay. All right, and I agree with what this gentleman they talk, and it just make a whole lot of sense if we as people we allow that to go through. Anyway, now we had another voice. Yes, call outside. They call from.
Hello, Mr. Komon-Tok. I call from the Komon-Tok family.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Mr. Komon-Tok, you know, which I don't understand. I don't read all these past years. 10% of the politicians, then, you understand, the way they did it, genuine, but 90% then they were selfish. We don't elect the country. Now, only they elect themselves and the party. You understand? Because which are they talk this? If it's Samura Kamara, we say, no, they blame APC for this way they remove. But Samura Kamara is a wicked leader. If we see God deny us so, and indeed, this way they do so, not only APC they do, it is suffer the whole country. If the people they suffer, they can see this, so Samura is the causer. We go for say the fact, and people at the media go for put on Samura Kamara see in silence one. They make the country they damage more and more. If they make some politicians they go do the same thing, you know, they keep quiet and not talk, but don't do damage. That means you know all any apology to nobody in the country. Whether you do right, you do wrong. This is what somebody they portray exactly. You understand? You know, the other thing again, like the other previous scholar say, not to APC no more now the opposition. Where is the genuine civil society? Where is the religious leaders then? You understand? When they come up for talk something, and they for stand before during the APC time, they all be there and they talk. Why now? Keep quiet. The country they go, they see.
Look where drugs they ravage the country. The youth and they go. Mr. Komon-Tok, I tell you, in the next 5 years, the youth population they go down. Because every day they beg them. Every day. Do you understand? There's nothing, nobody know the way they talk. Everybody talks silence. APC cannot challenge everything. Don't be frank here. Cannot challenge everything. We get all the other opposition party them.
Okay.
They say for Zambia.
Thank you very much, my brother. Yeah,
God
thanks.
bless you all.
Yeah, God bless you all indeed. All right, so we'll take one more call and then we'll wrap up the program here. Let us see. Okay, we don't miss this one. All right, so they wait for one more call. Now we go on the comment section and I'll try for rush quickly one. All right. Oh, Chief Kailondo.
Yes, sir, Mr. Komon-Tok.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man. Thank you very much, man, for your trip.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
Yeah, man. We pray God, Lord, get people they like my type there, man.
God bless
you. Know, the toxic, will not get the politician and they still the fool we. RF come with their revolution, they tell me in our senseless sport. Now, the population don't know, see the politician and are the senseless politicians there. We get. They are the senseless people. Look what the revolution they do in Burkina Faso, we did show the people there. We stadium don't pass how many years? We not even repair that. Now we don't rule no more 3 years. We don't repair. We build new stadium. You know? God bless you, man. Keep on the good work, all right?
All right, thank you.
That's get for save, bro. The politician and the senseless man there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, so family look like Sinai already tapped the call there. All right, Lord, just see if we can add this person. Okay, we don't miss this one. Let's see. Okay. All right. Okay, so with the you call back a caller. Look like your line don't drop. Beyond just add this one. All right. Now we just take the now take 5 now. Yeah, when we're done. And this one, they come up from Julius Conte. Say greetings to everyone here on Komon-Tok. So good, Komon-Tok is back from fact finding mission to West Africa. And this one, they say, Traoré, some people are just being socially stupid, forgetting Sierra Leone is their only country. And Sheriff Samura, they say it's just a matter of time. You knows exactly the mess is into, trust me. And yeah, and this one they say good evening, Sarah. And Dowd, I don't know, from YouTube, they say, good evening, Mr. Komon-Tok. Please, I have very important something to discuss with you concerning Turkey. Please, how can I call you? Of course, you see the number on your side. Give us a call there or send a message. Or you send a message and then we will listen the message and hopefully we'll try to respond. And Martin Conte, they say, Mr. Komon-Tok, people whom we are expecting to uphold the constitution of the country, they are all politicians now. The military and they divided because what Mother Bill did, it paid huge salaries to I. Okay. Yeah, Mary J, thank you very much for joining us. Yes, indeed. Thank you. And my dear friend Kelvin Sese, thank you so much. God bless you, my brother. This one they say Mohammed Jallo, they say without beggar beggar salon depend on donor no economy. All right. Mohammed Jallo from Facebook, not too clear, say forgive me. George Orwell, they say welcome back. Yes, thank you very much, George Orwell from YouTube. And KK, thank you very much for joining us. As always, we appreciate you. And of course, Parry Justin from YouTube, Odi from Austin, Texas. All right. So Fambul and I already tapped the program. It's been a pleasure. And before we go, just so we get say they go interview Thomas Sankara and human, happen because the person who make the arrangement, be able to make them for we, be able to make at all. So we just want to make them clear, say that interview go through, old, sometimes can happen, but we do what we will do, Anyway, tomorrow hopefully we'll be back until then. Mr. Comment on
from politics to health, we stand firm. Migration of us, we come from on top. Place to be with a young and care for you and me. Komon-Tok, oh yeah, we did. For the future, we pave the way. We talk about the health, we need them for survive. Make the system better so we people could thrive. Entertainment, they speak the music, the flow. But we still go on the things we need to know. Political leaders, people not hear the cry. We could talk, come here, no we know go lie. Now Komon-Tok, we did stand for the truth. Make we rise for the sake of the youth. Komon-Tok, you gon' hear we loud. We no go hide, you gon' make me proud. From salon to the wall, we dey stand tall. Come here, we are. Oh yeah, we message for. Komon-Tok, this now we voice. Army supreme, make the choice. From politics to health, we stand firm. Migration of us, we come from. Komon-Tok, place to be with a young and fair for you and me. Komon-Tok, oh yeah, we did. For the future, we pave the way. Now we the young for better tomorrow. No more tears, no more sorrow. We go shine the light, the truth must show. Komon-Tok, together we go grow. Feel the rhythm, feel the. From Sierra Leone to everywhere, oh yeah. Komon-Tok, come make we hear. From the streets of Africa to the world beyond, we dey yarn about the things we dey hold strong. Political talks, we no go shy. Migration stories should no go die. Entertainment, we go dance to the beat. Health and well-being, make we rise from we sit. This now we platform, we go speak the truth. For the young and the old, now we voice be the roots. Komon-Tok, you go hear we loud. We no go hide, we gon' make you proud. From salon to the world, we just stand tall. Come here, we are, now we message for all. Komon-Tok, this now we voice. R&B soup, we dey make the choice. From politics to health, we dey stand firm. Migration and vibes, we dey come from. Komon-Tok, now the place to be. We dey young and clear for you and me. Komon-Tok, oh yeah, we dey. For the future, we dey pave the way. We talk about the health, we need them for survive. Make the system better so we people go thrive. Entertainment this week, the music they flow. But we still go young, the things we need to know. Political leaders make una hear the cry. We go talk and yeah, no we no go lie. Now Komon-Tok, we dey stand for the truth. Make we rise for the sake of the youth. Oh, Komon-Tok, you go hear we loud. We no go hide, we go make you proud. From salon to the world, we dey stand tall. Come here, we are, now we message for all. Komon-Tok, this now we voice. R&B soup, we dey make the choice. From politics to health, we dey stand firm. Migration and vibes, we dey come from. Komon-Tok, now the place to be. We dey young and clear for you and me. Komon-Tok, oh yeah, we dey. For the future, we dey pave the way. Oh, now we dey young for better tomorrow. No more tears, no more sorrow. We go shining like the truth must show. Komon-Tok, together we go grow. Feel the rhythm, feel the beat. Komon-Tok, where the minds commit. Komon-Tok, this now we voice. R&B soup, we dey make the choice. From politics to health, we dey stand firm. Migration and vibes, we dey come from. Komon-Tok, now the place to be. We dey young and clear for you and me. Komon-Tok, oh yeah, we dey. For the future, we dey pave the way. Komon-Tok, oh yeah. We dey talk and we'll make we hear. From Africa to the world, we go spread the news. Komon-Tok, now the platform we choose. Spread the news. Komon-Tok, now the platform we choose. Oh, Komon-Tok. We the talk and right, we the talk and clear from Sierra Leone to everywhere. Oh yeah. Komon-Tok, come make me hear. From the streets of Freetown to the world beyond, we dey yarn about the things we dey hold strong. Political talks, we no go shy. Migration stories should no go die. Entertainment, we go dance to the beat. Tell town well-being, make we rise from the seat. It's not a platform, we go speak the truth for the young and the old. That we voice we do. Komon-Tok, you go hear me loud. We no go hide, you go make me proud. From Salon to the world, we dey stand tall. Come here, we are. Oh yeah, we message for. Choice from politics to help we stand firm. Migration of us, we come from. Komon-Tok, the place to be. We the young and care for you and me. Komon-Tok, oh yeah, we did. For the future, we pave the way. We talk about the health, we need them for survive. Make the system better so we people could thrive. Entertainment, they speak the music, the flow. But we still go yarn the things we need to know. Political leaders, make when I hear the cry. We could talk, come here, no we know go lie. Not Komon-Tok, we just stand for the truth. Make we rise for the sake of the youth. Ooh, Komon-Tok, you gon' hear me loud. We no go hide, we gon' make me proud. From Salon to the world, we dey stand tall. Come here, we are. Oh yeah, we message for. Komon-Tok, this how we voice. Armies who we make the choice. From politics to health, we stand firm. Migration of us, we dey come from. Komon-Tok, the place to be. We dey young and prayer for you and me. Komon-Tok, oh yeah, we did. For the future, we pave the way. Oh, now we dey young for better tomorrow. No more tears, no more sorrow. We go shine the light, the truth must show. Komon-Tok, together we go grow. Feel the rhythm, feel the beat. Komon-Tok, where the minds go meet. Komon-Tok, this how we voice. Armies look, we dey make the choice. From politics to health, we stand firm. Migration of vibes, we dey come from. Komon-Tok, the place to be. We dey young and clear for you and me. Komon-Tok, oh yeah, we did. For the future, we pave the way. Komon-Tok, ooh yeah. We dey talk and we'll make me hear. From Freetown to the world, we spread the news. Komon-Tok, on the platform we choose. We the talk and right, we the talk and clear from Sierra Leone to everywhere. Oh yeah. Komon-Tok, come make me hear. From the streets of Freetown to the world beyond, we dey yarn about the things we dey hold strong. Political talks, we no go shy. Migration stories should no go die. Entertainment, we go dance to the beat. Tell town well-being, make we rise from the seat. It's not a platform, we go speak the truth for the young and the old. That we voice we do. Ooh, Komon-Tok, you go hear me loud. We no go hide, you go make me proud. From Salon to the world, we dey stand tall. Come here, we are.